Division Dispatches.
So, your school board has decided to embrace social media as part of its strategy for community engagement. By this I mean the school board and trustees themselves talking about board issues, rather than administration or school staff on operational matters or classroom projects. If you're finding that the same old ad in the paper or notice sent home with students about a budget or planning meeting is just not reaching everyone, and social media is one of the areas you'd like to get more involved in, then there are a few things that you should consider. Get active. Don't let the technology become the focus. It's all about the conversation with your division and your community. Think content. Be original. It's not just retweeting posts or linking to other websites that have good content. Put your own thoughts out there. Be interesting. One teacher gave her students access to the class Instagram account, but first she advised them on content, letting them know that it's not just stating what you had for breakfast or that you're going to the States on the weekend. It's what you think and observe about those events. Use a diverse range of tools. Not everyone uses the same medium, and social media does not replace traditional communication tools. If you have a survey, rather than sending only the paper copy home with students, use a tool like SurveyMonkey so you can reach people without the kids at school. Did you know that only 30% of your voters have kids in school? Be strategic. Use a goal for each medium and communicate it. Followers are looking for information on a particular person, association, or issue. For example, using your trustee Twitter account to also post personal updates like a photo of you at the Jets game is not about board business. Establish a goal and theme and stick with it. One way to get your message across instantly is to have the account easily identifiable as a trustee account, not just your name. Then use that account for school board business only. If you like the photo of you and the mayor, put that on your personal account. Go where they are. Ensure that you research your intended audience and the tools they use. Start small and focus on 1 or 2 tools. No need to use 10. Also be aware that trends in social media move fast. The app that is being used by a particular demographic today may not be the go-to app 2 years later. Establish your voice. Communicate in the first person and not just posting information from others. Focus on quality that is of value to the audience you seek. For example, notice of a school closure due to bad weather may not be for the business community. Ask your audience what is important to them. Lead and follow. Broadcast messages about real issues and follow up with more in-depth information to get a conversation going. Maybe start broadcasting regular information about meeting agendas and upcoming decisions, followed by the outcomes. If you're seeking public engagement on budget, provide budget information all year. Seek out others in communities you want to reach and follow them. Find out what's on their minds and what's important to them, then make an effort to comment or like what you see. It can ease you into the social media community and show that you're an active participant. Identify key partners. Find those with influence in the school community and the community in general who can help get your message out. Seek out trusted leaders to help share the load. Maybe it's the student council or community sports teams. Look to staff as a key resource for content and in connection to other networks. Link and sync. Using social media is about connecting people and connecting with people. It's not just an electronic replacement for the newsletter. It's a tool for engagement. So remember, people will be engaging with you and commenting on your posts. It's not just a one-way street. Make it easy. Make sure your audience can easily access you. Maybe you want to provide a direct email link and make sure there's someone that will respond regularly. Start with a manageable number of posts. Focus your messages and post regularly. Measure your success and then evaluate and be ready to make changes. There are metric tools offered by the social media sites to monitor your followers and reach. The Manitoba School Boards Association has almost 2,000 Twitter followers. But it's quality, not quantity. Don't sweat a low follower count. Monitor both outputs and outcomes. Outputs are the measures. Outcomes are the results related to your established goals. You can use tools such as Google Alerts and Hootsuite to discover when your school is mentioned in news stories and on social media. Do your research and choose the right tool. Stay active. Once you start, you need to keep at it. To keep people coming back, you need to keep posting and responding. Don't be a one-trick pony where you join a particular medium and then let it slide after a month, or only post once a month. At the beginning, I talked about content and making sure that what you are having a conversation about is worthwhile. As a last point, you also need to consider who is representing the board. In the case of an individual trustee, it's a good idea to make it clear whether it's the trustee speaking on behalf of the division or themselves. You may want to designate specific people for different mediums, and it might be a number of people. So look for people with sound judgment that have the time to devote to engaging through social media. If administration is speaking on the board's behalf, guidelines should be established, but because social media is 24/7, you can't handcuff them. These are all things to consider, but the place to really start if you're going to take on social media is right at the board table, with development of a social media policy for the board itself. We here at the association can assist you with a review of any of your policies.